Hello, everybody, and welcome to Music Industry Insights Worldwide. Today, we've got a lovely guest, Anthony, with us. Hi, how are you?
I'm doing fine. Thank you very much.
Oh, it's a pleasure to have you on the show. Thanks for coming along. Thanks for your time and for your expertise. Do you want to tell the listeners about yourself, where you're from, and what you do?
Well, I'm from upstate New York, about 120 miles north of New York City,
Yeah,
a small town called East Greenbush.
lovely.
I am primarily a composer. I try to write in all different genres, particularly the last couple of years in musicals.
Nice.
But I do write country music. I write middle of the road, and I've been doing this for quite a few years.
Yeah.
Not with much success, but I
Well,
keep
you're
I
still
keep
going.
going.
You're still going, and well done for keep going because I love the perseverance, the dedication. Now, you started in the 70s composing music. What have you learned
Yes.
along the way? Tell us a little bit more about that.
Well, what I learned along the way is to, um, as you begin songwriting, you're obviously, very new at it,
Yes.
and the more you listen to other people's songs and the more you
Yes,
practice,
you do.
um, you get to be. I think you grow
Yeah.
not only with your age, but you grow in terms of your development as a songwriter. So I feel songwriting in 2026 compared to what I did in 1970, there's no comparison.
Right. But there's a lot
So
of
that's,
changes, right? There's been a lot of changes on how you get paid and how people can kind of recoup money back from composing now. How's that
oh,
affect?
absolutely. It's absolutely, I mean, it's changed so much. In the old days, it was you got a publisher, and if you were a songwriter, hopefully you got with a singer that had some oomph to him so you could get on the radio when radio plays,
Days?
and then
Yeah.
you would get your money from publishing. Today, with all the Spotify
Yeah.
and all these, they pay very, very little to
No, that's the problem.
songwriters.
That's the
Pennies.
problem, isn't it?
And
Right?
I mean, to be honest with you, last year in ASCAP, I made $1.47.
Oh dear. Well, there you go. And how much does it cost to make all this music? All your time, your energy? Takes a lot, right?
Well, it takes a lot, but I do mostly because I write so many different songs.
Yes.
Go into a studio to record every single one would be
Yeah.
astronomical. So what I've
Yes.
done is do my own self-recording. Once in a
Awesome.
while, in a great while, when I have something that I deem is worth the money to go in and record, I will go
Uh-huh.
to a studio and do it professionally.
Very sensible. Very, very sensible. And you've got to be sensible these days, right? And also economical, right?
Oh yeah, yeah, absolutely,
Now,
absolutely.
you've been a composer, a performer, a publisher, a consultant. How do you manage to balance all of those things as well?
Well, the publishing part is pretty easy. You know, when you in the old days when I first joined ASCAP, you couldn't join ASCAP unless you got published.
Okay.
That's not true
All
today. I think
changed now.
you
Yeah.
can just join. So
Yeah.
I got published, I think, with a bona fide publisher in Nashville in 1980,
Wow.
and that was when I joined ASCAP.
Yes.
Then after I joined ASCAP, I formed my own publishing company just for the matter of, well, having a publishing company because it always looks good on your
And to get
resume,
paid and to
but
get
also
paid as well.
protect your songs.
Yes.
You know, you want them registered with ASCAP or BMI, and then you want them absolutely published. So if somebody wants them, boom, you already got the publishing cleared. So consulting, I've done it with mostly younger fellows,
Uh-huh.
trying to get them to try to understand the composition of a song, the beginning, the end, the middle, and
Sure.
mostly you got to have that what we call in songwriting the hook. So
Yes.
after you hear a song, if you go away singing the
Perfectly
song, you know
aware.
you got something.
Yeah,
So
exactly that.
and also I try to teach them the business side, get published, copyright your songs, protect
Brilliant.
yourself, and all that stuff.
Very good to know these days because otherwise you're not going to get a penny, right?
No, absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Oh, well done. So obviously you've worked on quite a lot of projects over the years. What's been your
Yes.
most memorable projects and most enjoyable for you?
My most enjoyable is, and I think I sent you some recordings of it, is I
Yeah.
wrote a musical about um, my family restaurant in downtown Troy.
Yeah.
And it's basically the bartender is the moderator. He introduces all the different kind of characters. The characters would then give a little short history of their life and then sing a song. So I wrote a song with that. So
Oh,
that's what I've been trying to do, is to get some sort of production company or a small theater to produce it, but so far no luck.
yeah. And obviously we've talked on some of the things that have changed over the years, but now musical's a really good one because you're obviously on the West End and Broadways. How does that work differently to just making a normal song and putting that out there?
Well, because when you write for a musical, you write for situations.
Yes.
So in other words, I wrote about a girl, one of my characters is Virginia,
Uh-huh.
and her claimed she was like the prettiest girl at the Trojan. It's called the Trojan Hotel Bar,
Yeah.
and she lost her man in World War II.
Oh,
So she gets up, tells her story, and she sings a song called "I Got This Thing for This Man."
yeah.
And it's actually a duet. She sings the song, and then out of stage right, out comes this gentleman in his military uniform, which
Uh-huh.
is her boyfriend Dominic. He sings part of the song, and then they have.
Ooh, that's
So
very
it's different than writing like I wanted to write a hit song for Nashville called "True Blue."
okay.
Yeah, that's a lot different than saying, "Oh, I mean, I have an actual subject. I have actual people that I knew, I could see." It's a lot easier for me to write in that vein than just somebody saying, "Hey, write me a hit song."
Oh, well, then maybe I should come to you because I'm doing a new project at the moment. So maybe I should ask you to do a collaboration with me and help me with the song. That'd be awesome.
Sure, I love challenges, and I love when you give me an idea and you tell me a story and you say write about it, and
Oh,
then
lovely.
that's what I think is my strong point.
That's really, really
Right
good.
now.
Thanks for sharing that with us as well, Anthony. And just tell us how important networking has been to you and contacts in the industry, like you said. How
Well,
important is
network is very important. I mean, I've always said it's who you know. And just to give you an example, I had some really good contacts in 1980, 85. I mean, I got to audition for, not sure you'd be familiar with this gentleman, but his name was Mike Douglas. He
okay?
had a syndicated talk show in the 70s and 80s in
Wow,
Philadelphia.
cool.
Got to audition for him.
Hmm.
I got two songs to, if you remember, a singer called BJ Thomas.
Okay, BJ
Okay.
Thompson.
All right. BJ Thomas. Right.
Okay.
And then my third big break was met the manager of the group called the Association,
Hmm.
and that was back in the 80s. But here's the problem. I wasn't good then. I
Oh,
didn't I didn't have
no.
I was in the right place,
Yeah,
just the wrong time. Now, if I had that same situation today with the songs I have now,
yeah.
I'm not saying it would have succeeded, but it would have been a lot better.
Well, you're
I
still good.
just didn't have the stuff then, So,
Yeah.
and from then on, it was few contacts here, few contacts here, but nobody that ever could. I never met a person that could say yes.
Yeah.
Everybody in the publishing business, everybody can say no.
Always.
Only that one person
That's all it
that
takes.
can say yes. And I never found the yes man or the yes woman.
Well, fingers crossed, you never know, being on the show, someone might come along and say, actually, Anthony, we want you to come along and write for us. So you never know.
Yeah,
You never
yeah,
know.
you never know. You never
And,
know.
and obviously, in the 80s, there was a lot more music. There was a lot more money in music then than there is now.
Oh,
How,
absolutely.
how do you think that's changed as well for the talent pipeline of people coming into the industry?
Well, I think it's changing the fact that first of all, live performances are way down. I
Yeah,
mean, and the only ones who are making it are the McCartneys of this world and all these cover bands that do the Beatles, or they'll do Kiss, all
yeah,
those kind of. The but the Bruce Springsteens of this world can still sell 30,000, but most of the other performers, lower grade, are still playing really small venues, and the house actually knows how much they can make, and they'll take 80, 90% of it and just give you the rest. But
exactly.
people are so desperate for playing live so they can get an audience, and they try to sell their CDs at the show.
Yeah.
But with streaming, it's just totally different now.
It's
It's
just a
totally,
platform, isn't it? It's just a promotional tool now. That's all it really is, isn't it? Just to get your music
yeah,
out.
yeah. And now you have the other effect of AI.
Yes.
You know,
Yeah.
there's
Oh, crazy.
that's a whole
Yes.
different ball game, and a lot of people are doing the AI, which uh, puts a lot of musicians out of work.
It does. So what's your thoughts and feelings on AI at the moment? What do
Oh,
you
I
think?
hate it. I
Right.
I absolutely hate it.
Okay.
Um, Here's how I use AI.
Yeah.
I'll say to AI, "Hey, I got a 2019 Ford Fusion. I need an air cabin filter. Please give me the part number and send me a video how to do it."
Yeah.
5 seconds, I got my air filter done.
Yeah.
But I don't go to AI and say, "Hey, write me a song with the words Susie Blue Eyes." And
Oh no.
that's what guys are doing, and they're producing this whole. And
Yeah.
some publishers are accepting it. Some
Yeah.
publishers
See, this
are
is part of the
accepting it.
problem, isn't it? And I think it's about protecting innovation, but also making sure that AI is not allowed to copy creatives as well, right? Because that's what they have.
Exactly, exactly. But what AI does, I'm not an expert on it, but what they take is sampling of all these millions of songs and
Right.
put them all together and get the
Yeah.
best ones. And
Yeah.
it just takes the heart and soul out of
It does.
songwriting.
Out creativity as well, and out of the actual talented people that actually have those talents, right?
Yeah.
It's
Today, you don't have to be a good songwriter, you need to be a good engineer.
yeah. Yeah, that's so true. It's how you make it sound right. That is so true.
That's
That's so
true.
and I'm sure you've
Yeah.
learned so much along the way. What kind of advice would you give to an artist these days coming into the industry that is new, that wants to make it? What kind of advice would you give to
Well, first thing I would tell them, keep your day job.
them?
All right.
Yeah,
Never rely solely on music and do music for the love of it.
yeah,
Don't do it for the money. If the
right.
money comes, that's great.
Great advice.
Don't do it for the money or the fame
That's
because
it.
it's just going to be a hard, hard road.
It is hard
I mean,
anyway, right? Regardless,
yeah.
you gotta love it
I
to do.
mean, you and I could go into a Nashville restaurant, a bar now, and there'll
Yeah,
be 35 songwriters getting up on stage and doing their song.
yeah.
Hopefully, that somebody's there
Just
to
listening.
listen.
Yeah, that's
I
it.
mean, I heard a story about an interview with Willie Nelson,
Yeah,
and as you probably know, he wrote the song "Crazy" for this female songwriter. Her name skips me right now,
it's okay.
and he happened to be sitting next to the husband of this girl
Oh
that's in
wow,
Nashville,
it's
and
about luck sometimes.
that was his thing. So
Yeah.
it's right place, right time. And when you do get when you get the opportunity, you better have the stuff.
Yes.
What happened to me was I had the opportunity,
Yeah.
but I wasn't
Oh,
mature enough as a songwriter.
right. You've had the experience, but you still had that
I,
experience, which is very valuable, right?
yeah, yeah, I think so. I
Yeah.
think so. Yeah.
It's an
Uh,
absolute privilege. It's lovely to hear actually that you've done so much and you still stuck by it and you still do it now. It's absolutely
that's because it's what I love to do. You
yeah.
know, I love to sit at the piano, and
Huh?
to create something like that is wonderful. I think it's as a writer or a poet or a sculptor, when you make something out of nothing,
Yes. Very
that's what
satisfying.
life's all about.
Yeah, absolutely that. And also I was going to say to you as well, like, when you're creating a song, nowadays they want consistency. They want you to release songs every so often, every so many weeks. Do you find that
Mhm.
more pressure on you as a songwriter as well?
Yeah, I would think that the people that are in that vein, I mean, there's nobody putting pressure on me to write songs. I
Yeah.
put pressure on myself,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
you know, because there's nobody saying, "Hey, Anthony, I need three more songs just like that." I wish they did, you know, but that's not happening. But the hardest thing to do, as Ernest Hemingway says, the writer, he said, the hardest thing to do is to face a blank sheet of paper.
That's so
Well,
true.
the hardest thing to do for me is to sit at a piano with 88 keys and say, "All right, what do you got?"
Yeah.
You know,
Oh,
so
bless you. Oh, it's great. And it's really nice to hear your story, actually. It's really inspiring and empowering. And I'm sure many of the listeners will, really appreciate what you bring to the table. So thank you. And obviously, when you're writing a song, what is your creative process? How do you start? How do you finish? And how do you?
I think most of the time, I'd say 90% of the time, no, let's put it this way. 50% of the time, it'll be a lyric.
Okay.
For instance,
Yeah.
I wrote a song called Torn Between Things That I Should Do. Somewhere between the right and wrong, there's you.
Okay.
That I just took that and started, okay,
Okay.
the song. Other times I'll wake up, and the greatest thing for me is voice memos on iPhone. I'll
Yes.
wake up at two
Brilliant.
o'clock in the morning
And then you
and
record
I'll
it
go
on.
dun 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 dun, and I say, "Hey, that sounds
Oh,
great,"
do
you
you know
know,
what? I
and
did that as well, right? I was doing that for a while, and guess what happened, Anthony? I lost my phone, and then I lost all.
no, really.
And I forgot to transfer it onto my phone. So next time I know, transfer it to
Well,
my
there's somebody who found your phone that might be a hit songwriter.
phone. I was like, and some of it was not finished, but when you just go onto it and you record a little bit and then you go back and then you put a song on and I can listen to a beat and then I'm like, right, I want to write something to this song or make a
Yeah,
song up, you
yeah.
know. And you talked about hooks as well earlier. How important are they, especially for pop?
Well, what I tell you, the success that I've kind of changed my format from going like what they used to call top 40 or radio songs.
Yes,
I'm I'm concentrating more on what they call synchronization.
cool.
And synchronization is um, the commercials that you hear on TV, the 10 or 15 seconds of a song,
Advert.
or they'll put it in a movie. So
Yeah,
I've been working with this company called Crucial Music, which is I think it's based in LA,
yeah.
and they have thousands and thousands of songs. But they actually picked two of mine
Oh, well done.
so that are being promoted by this
That's brilliant.
sync company to put in either a movie or a commercial or a
Brilliant.
TV show.
Yeah.
And that to me is where the
The
money
money's
is
that.
today.
Absolutely
And so
true.
I've been concentrating. Now they're considering two more.
Brilliant.
And from what I understand, it's pretty hard to get in there.
They are.
But once you're in,
You're in.
you got a lot of competition. You know, they got
Yeah.
like 30 songs, like 30,000 songs they can choose from.
Yeah.
But at least picked a couple of my
They have a
songs. So
library, right? Yeah, the sync agents have a library and then they ship them out to different people and they choose what they want, right?
exactly,
Yeah,
exactly.
I think that's great. And as a member of ASCAP and BMI, how have those organizations supported you in your career along the way as a publisher?
Well, I'd have to be very honest, not
Yeah,
very
please.
well. Not
Okay.
very well. I mean, it's 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 a great honor to be a member of ASCAP because I always wanted to be an ASCAP because George Gershwin
Yeah.
was a member, you know. So, but as far as those helping you, they don't give you much help unless you're in the upper echelon of their because they have to make money.
Yeah.
Anthony Prezio doesn't make any money for ASCAP. He
Oh,
made them $1.47 last
yeah.
year. They're not going to pay too
Not gonna
much
pay, that's not
attention
even
to
gonna
me.
pay your a bottle of water, is it?
No, not New York, it isn't.
No,
No.
exactly. So tell us a little bit more about New York and the scene down there at the moment. What's it like? How's it going?
Well, the scene in New York is a lot different than when I was in there. When I was down there, was a lot of coffee houses on a Bleecker Street, and you know, and you had a lot more opportunities. You didn't get paid for it, but you went in to play, and hopefully
More venues.
someone was in the crowd because now
Right.
you're in New York where all the publishers, well, where they used to be, used to be called Tin Pan Alley, where
Okay.
all the publishers were in these I think it was on 48th Street. I'm not exactly
I'll
sure.
have to pop down. Are
But
they all gone?
that's where I would go. New York. I went to Boston,
Yeah.
went to Nashville,
Brilliant.
tried to play all these clubs. But first thing is too, it's very expensive to
Yeah.
go to Nashville or New York,
Yes.
even though New York's a train ride. Stay in a hotel,
Yeah.
3, 4, $500 a night. If you want a
It's crazy.
halfway
I'm
decent
off to
place.
Canada.
So
I'm off to the
and
Canada.
there's not many places left that have live music
Yeah.
because you know, restaurants and clubs are struggling these days because they have to make money,
Right.
and
Cost.
they're not going to pay somebody 3, 4, $500 a night unless you can bring in a crowd.
Right. And
That's
that's
what
it.
they go
It's
by.
all about
So
money these days, isn't it? And back then it
it,
was more about the passion and the love.
yeah, I think it's always been about money.
Yeah.
It's just that there was more to grab years ago than there is now, at
Absolutely.
least for the songwriter.
And how do you approach helping other artists as well and building a community and a network of people, like you said?
I do a lot of open mics around town, and especially one place up in Saratoga Springs, which is a famous coffee house called Cafe Lena.
Okay.
And it's Bob Dylan started there, and it's been there for 60 years
Oh,
now.
wow.
And that's a great family oriented. All songwriters get together, play 2 or 3 songs,
Yeah.
and then you BS after and how you doing? I like this song, I didn't like this, or
Yeah.
can you help me write this part? Or I'll see a female singer because all the songs that I do, like the one song that I talked to you about, Virginia,
Yeah.
it's supposed to be sung by a female, but
Yeah.
I did it because I didn't have a female singer
Yeah. But
to
you
do
can
it
still
for
write
me.
for other people, right? So you don't have to write for yourself. You can
You
write for.
have to write for yourself, but you have to write also for a female singer. I know that I could um, go up a couple octaves that I couldn't do because a
Yeah.
female singer is going to be have. So you're right with that in mind that this is for a female, so I can go, you
Higher.
know, a couple of notes up because she can hit those notes.
Yeah, I actually get you actually. Yeah, that's really good. And what kind of musical styles do you most enjoy writing and making?
Musicals,
Yeah, your music.
situations, what I call situational songs.
Yes,
That's what I love the most. That's what I
awesome.
love the most.
So if anyone
Uh,
wants to get Anthony on a Broadway on a show, or anyone's listening that wants to go and support his work, please go and check it out. And where can they find your music, more about you, and connect and collaborate?
if you just search me on YouTube, just
Yeah.
put in Anthony Prezio, I'll pop right up.
Okay,
You can listen to me.
I'll leave the links in the description so people can come and connect with you and find out more as well. Um,
Sure.
and what's some of the challenges that you faced along the way as a musician, and how do you overcome them?
Well, you always have the fact that you can get very depressed.
Yeah,
There's only you keep getting saying no, 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 no. That
do it
it
way
I
more than
don't I don't care how thick-skinned you are, it does get to you. It
it
does
does.
get to you.
It
Then
does.
you come to a point, maybe it's with maturity, where you say to yourself, I'm just gonna write to myself.
That's it.
And I get to the point sometimes when I'm playing on stage and the guy says, I could do better than that. And what I say is, here's my guitar,
Go
there's
ahead.
the mic, go for it. And if you're better than me, I'll be the first one to tell you.
Go on. Oh, well done. See, I love that. And I love that mindset as well. It's not taking it personally, but it's literally knowing your worth at the same time and your value, isn't it? Believing in yourself.
It's exactly right, exactly right.
Yeah.
Because all publishers and record companies are going to say, what can you do for me, my
Yeah.
company?
It's
Because
always,
the guy on the other side, his job is to make money.
yeah. It's all about
So
the bottom line, as we know.
yeah,
That's the
it's it.
thing, isn't
But
it?
money.
And also, I was going to say to you, looking ahead, what is the projects you've got coming up? What's going on? Tell us a little bit more about the future.
Well, I'm concentrating more on one, trying to get my musical produced, whether it's a local college,
Yeah.
a professional theater group. Um, Secondly, I like to write more syncs with this crucial music.
Yes.
So those are the two avenues. I probably only perform maybe five, six, 7 times a year, and I've always done solo. So I don't have a band. I don't have. I mean, I used to be in a wedding band for
Yeah.
years,
Okay.
but that was just playing the hits, and you make your $200 a night for the wedding, have a chicken dinner, and go home.
Have a laugh and off you go again. As long as you enjoy it, that's the main thing, right?
So I guess pushing my musical, and because don't forget, I've been working on this musical for 35 years. I mean,
Wow.
I rewrote. I mean, I probably have 5 musicals in this thing,
Must
but I
be great.
finally got it down to what I feel are the 17th, not only strongest songs, but strongest storyline
Yes.
where it'd be interesting. But I
Okay.
want the audience to identify
Yeah.
with clientele from the Trojan Hotel
Yeah.
bar.
Okay.
That's me. I know someone like that. And
Yeah.
if the music can can transcend that story into another realm,
Yes.
well, then I think you got it made. So those two avenues where I'm concentrating on.
Really nice actually, because Andrew Lloyd Webber actually supports the school just around the corner from me.
Oh, he's one of my heroes.
Yeah, it's a musical academy now. So he supports people into the music industry that writes for musicals.
Yeah.
He was one of my favorites, for
Oh
so
God, yeah. Da, 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 in the night. Da, 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 da.
musicals, yeah.
Great,
And you
right.
get to know each character as well, and it's a proper storyline to follow, and it just involves music, so I love it. Yeah.
Yeah, he's one of the all-time greats.
Yes. Before we go, any major wins and successes you want to share with us? You've already shared quite a few, but is there any major wins?
Um, I think my two major wins this year was with Crucial, trying to get into the syncs
Well
because
done.
that's something solid. I have somebody pushing my music instead of me.
Yes.
So that's those are my two biggest wins for
Correct.
2020.
Well done. Keep going. Keep up the amazing work. It's been an
I owe
absolute
true.
pleasure. And yeah, we'll speak again soon.
All right. Well, thank you very much for having me.
It's okay. Thank
All
you.
right. God bless.